Tushy Michigana, right? Break plus out. Francis joining. Okay. All right, guys. Let me just pull up this amazing chart. Pull up this amazing chart of WorkSport. Here we go. Okay. 1 second. I'm going to show you the chart. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, here we go. Of course, as I started, the stock pulled back. The stock pulled back. Hang on a second. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at, this is WorkSport WKSP. And I was telling you guys about this happening right here. First, we had to break out above the 15 to 200 moving average on the 15-minute charts. That's a big deal. And then we had a golden cross. So those are two big triggers, two algo triggers. And guess what? Okay, and then of course the stock follows through. We get a breakout. We're just getting started. You know why? You know why we're just getting started? Because take a look at this. We just broke out on the 30-minute charts. That's another major algo trigger. It's just happening literally right now. It's happening right now. We're breaking out above the 200 moving average. And guess what? We got another golden cross setting up for next week. It's probably going to happen next Wednesday. I think next Tuesday or Wednesday, we're going to have a golden cross on WKSP, and it's going to go to the moon. Now, look, the thing is, right now, you know what's interesting? Very few people are watching this. It's a quiet day. Everybody's already taken off for Thanksgiving, and they're not paying attention. And this is, I remember when I was starting out on Wall Street, famous trader always said, they always do the murder when there's nobody watching, meaning these stocks have major moves on these quiet days. So we can have a big, huge move in WKSP today. We're at 120 right now, 120. Market is, so we get a full day ahead here. Let's see here. We got New Rizal. We got whatever. Okay, guys, look, here's the idea. The idea is I focus on only one thing here. Stocks which have 10x to 100x upside potential, okay? 10 baggers only. This is why I wrote literally the book, 10 bagger blueprint. We also have a video course. Click the link above in the bio to get the video course. Not every one of our stocks goes up 1,000%. It's the reality. A lot of times these things might only go up 100, 200%, 300%. So you'll double or triple your money in a couple of days or maybe a few weeks. And then sometimes they fizzle out. Now, we've had that happen. That's right. We had that happen. We had, unfortunately, last month, we had two flameouts. Two flameouts we had. And by the way, they were completely the reason it's just a random stuff happens. This is what you got to be prepared for with these microcaps. So one was WGRX. WGRX was a flame. I mean, the management basically got tossed out by the other shareholders. There was some sort of shareholder fight going on with big shareholders. Nothing I know anything about. It's completely random. They're still involved in the company. I mean, but they're not in the management roles. There's a new management team. And then ADN gets delisted from NASDAQ. They didn't even give him notice. They didn't give him proper notice. It was very weird because nobody knew about this. Nobody knew this was coming. At ADN, nobody knew that. I mean, because last year, again, this is a very complex thing. Apparently last year they had to do a reverse split and they had to get their shareholder. The reason ADN got kicked off NASDAQ was their shareholders' equity. It was like an accounting thing. Nothing to do with the company's accounting, but you need to have certain shareholder equity standard, a certain dollar amount shareholders equity, different things to be on NASDAQ. There's a couple of different levels. And they took it very seriously. I don't know, and they basically said, hey, we're not going to give you an extension. So, which I think NASDAQ did a real disfavor to retail investors. What NASDAQ did, it wasn't right. Anyway, that's what happens. So you got to move on. There's nothing we could do about it. But look, this is why I always say this business is like public venture capital. penny stocks, micro cap stocks. I explained it in my book, 10 Bagger Blueprint. I also have a video course, again, link above. I explained to you guys. This is like public venture capital. VCs, the reason why they're able to make massive money, okay, is because they take big risks. For most VCs, 90% of their investments go bust. For VCs, 90, maybe even more. Sometimes it's 95% if you're in the early stage. And by the way, the same thing here with these early stage companies. Just because they're on NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange, it doesn't mean anything, right? They're still early stage companies. So I guarantee you 90% of the companies on NASDAQ, these early stage companies that are not cash flow positive, they're not going to be around in 5 years. So it's something I explain in the book. There's a window of opportunity where a company can either make it or break it. You can either make it or break it. It's what I call the 10-bagger window, okay? So you got this moment where a company can reach an inflection point, break out, and guys, click the like button. Yeah, click the hearts button so we get more eyeballs coming in here. Yeah, thank you, Christopher. Yeah, guys, click the hearts button. Thank you, Christopher. And who else said just click that? Yeah, so we get more eyes on our videos. Here we go. Click that hearts button right there. So here's the thing. This is public venture capital. When we get involved with the stock, I like to get involved with the stock at what we call the inflection point, the 10-bagger window. What is it? It's the moment in time where a stock can absolutely explode because all the stars are aligned. For example, let's use WorkSport as the example. This company has been around for a number of years. And by the way, it's trading right now. Oh, thank you, Christopher. See, Christopher, we have guys, Christopher, see, there we go. Let me just pin that. We have, Christopher, we have a number of people, on social media, you always get haters. We always get haters. And there's always guys saying, oh, well, all your stocks are pump and dump and this and that. And this. Listen, all I do is I present you guys the opportunity. I don't tell you when to buy and sell. I present you stocks that have what we call high probability setups to go to the moon. Okay. Now, whether they double or triple or go up 1,000% or they go 50x, 5,000%, or they go up 1,000, like literally you make 1,000 times more. I don't know. We have no control over that. There's a lot of factors. There's some we can't control. I give you the opportunity. What you decide is up to you. I don't tell you when to buy stuff, but that's why I wrote the book, and that's why I have the video course. Click again, link above in the bio to get that, where I explain to you all the things you need to look for. So again, let's talk about the 10-bagger window and the inflection point, the 10-bagger window. So back to WorkSport. So WorkSport is a typical company that we look for. They've been around for a long time. Let me pull it up on the charts. So WorkSport has been around for a long time. They had a lot of promises. I mean, these guys started from nothing, like literally. That's what's amazing about WorkSport. The guy started from zero. He was on the pink sheets. They took it to NASDAQ. The number of companies that go from the pink sheets to NASDAQ is like you can count on, like not even on one finger, like on a mic. 1 out of 1,000 companies on the pink sheets ever goes to NASDAQ. That tells you the quality of the CEO. Now, here's the thing. This thing's been around, I don't know, company's been around, I don't know, is it 10 years? It's been around a while, right? And it took them a while to get to this point where the revenues are starting to things are starting to click. They're now they just set up a major factory in Buffalo, New York. So everything is made in the USA. They got big things happening. The revenues are exploding. We did a video. We showed you guys. I mean, the orders going out the door. Those are sales. Those are sold orders going out the door, being shipped. Okay, so that means the company is at the inflection point. Early alerts. We'll get to that. Hang on a second. Next week, we're going to have a new banger launching, by the way. That's right. Next week, the new banger is launching next week. The deal is this, right? What happens is a lot of times a company, it's always buy the rumor, sell the news, right? People get very excited about a stock early on, but by the time the company actually gets to, they actually make it, by then the investors give up, and that's exactly what happened with WorkSport. So this thing is now it's exploded, but a lot of the early investors have given up. A lot of them have bailed out of the stock, and this is the opportunity. The thing is trading at a $17 million valuation, which is dirt cheap. It's dirt cheap. I would say the breakup value of the company, because one of the things I always look for is when we get into a stock, I want to look for something which what we have is what we call the asymmetric setup, where your upside is 10, 20, 50 times bigger than your downside. With WorkSport, the company, the assets and cash, I think they have like probably close to 10 million in cash. They have hard assets, factory, real estate, probably worth 10, 15 million dollars. I would say you got $25 million in liquidation value, maybe 20 million worst case liquidation value. And the stock is trading below liquidation value. This is like a classic Warren Buffett setup. This is what Warren Buffett looks for, by the way. This is how he got rich. This is exactly how Warren Buffett got rich. He got into these stocks. He started off with penny stocks, actually. Okay, Warren Buffett started off with penny stocks. And he would buy these situations. By the way, WorkSport is on the move. We are breaking out here. We have a new high on the day. We're 245. The chart is ready to absolutely rip. Take a look at the 15-minute chart here. It's absolutely amazing. We're above the moving average on the 15-minute, 30-minute charts. Let's see what's going on with the 1-hour chart. Yeah, this thing is ready to go literally to the moon. To the moon. So what happens is, again, back to the 10-bagger window, the inflection point. So I like these situations where everybody's given up on a stock. It's been de-risked. So the point to buy, the time to get into WorkSport is like literally right now. The time to buy WorkSport was not 2 years ago. They weren't at the inflection point 2 years ago. Now they're at the inflection point. Now the growth is scaling. We're seeing the numbers, month over month revenue growth. The market doesn't believe it yet. And also, here's the other thing. The opportunity is this. The market sees this as just a truck, pickup truck cover company, a tonneau bed, whatever you call it, which is, by the way, a multi-billion-dollar market. But the market, that's all they see. The reality is this is a consumer, it's an innovation company. So they're launching this power generator. They're coming out with a heat pump, which is an industrial product. Actually, it's for home use. These are all multi-billion-dollar markets. Those things are all launching with it. I mean, the power generator, the Solus, the Core, that's launching this Friday. So we're going to see major revenues start kicking in. And then the heat pump business is next year. So there's a major catalyst in the stock to absolutely explode. Let's take a look here. What is going on with, here we go. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. Here we go. Okay, so what is going on here? What is going on? 243. We are at 243 right now. So Guy is asking what's going on with Seattle and lottery. What's going on with Seattle and lottery? We haven't worked with Seattle in 2 months, and lottery, we haven't worked with lottery since like June. So it's been 4 months. So when you see we're no longer working with a stock, you got to read the book. If we're no longer working with a stock, it's time to move on. It's time to move on, my friends. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. Let's take a look at these charts. Let's take a look at these charts. 241. Here we go. Okay. Let me flip the camera. Okay. Beautiful consolidation. We're ready to break out of this beautiful consolidation pattern. Beautiful consolidation pattern. And this is the 15-minute chart, okay? 15-minute chart, okay? Check this out. Yeah, this thing wants to go higher. We pulled back a couple pennies. I'm not worried about that. The trend here is your 5-minute chart. The stock, there's not a lot of trading today, by the way. Not a lot of trading. So what you're seeing is it doesn't take a lot to move the stock, which means it could have big moves, which is kind of good news if you're only trading like 500 shares or 1,000 shares or whatever it is, a couple thousand shares. Not good news if you can't trade like 100,000 shares. This is like purely a retail. But look at this. The beautiful setup for a major move here. This 4-hour chart. Here's your algo triggers coming up, 264. Guys, get ready, 264. MM2, yes, I'm glad to be back. Thank you for coming on here. Let's see here. So 265, major breakout setup. What else? What's the next level we're looking at? 272. Okay. So 265, we got multiple, what I like to call multiple algo triggers. So we have multiple algo triggers coming up. What is the process to get new pick first? We're going to announce new pick next week. That's right. We're going to have a new stock launching next week. It's going to be an absolute banger. You know, all our stocks have been, every time we launch a new stock, it usually doubles on day one. Whether it was lottery tripled on day one, Hoth, I think went up, it was a double. Aditex was up 85%. ADN, what else we have? WGRX, like 90%. Or within a day or 2 days. All our stocks basically double or triple within a day or 2 days. The worst case, they go, 50%. Okay, so you can make 50%. For example, Worksport only went up 50% on day one. By the way, our biggest winners, the stuff we talk about in the book, our biggest winners start off slow. Our biggest winners start off, kind of nobody's paying attention and this and that, and then all of a sudden they go to the moon. We are launching next week, probably Wednesday. We're not doing the WAP thing for now, so we might do it for free. We might just do it for free for everybody. That's right. It might be for free for everybody next week. So next week we're launching the new stock Wednesday. I think it's going to be Wednesday. Maybe sometime around then. Look, guys. Here's the thing. Everybody thinks, oh yeah, every day this guy should have a new stock and blah blah blah, and it's hard to find these stocks that have an asymmetric setup. Do you understand? I'm not here to, for a quick day trade to make 5%. Okay. I'm here to, find stocks which have 10x to 100x upside potential. Okay. Not easy to find them. You got to have the right setup. They got to be deeply undervalued. You got to have, number one, it's got to be deeply undervalued. You got to have the chart set up. You got to have multiple catalysts, and it's got to be at the inflection point. And you got to have the right CEO. Big deal. Very big deal. What do you call it? The new stock we're launching next week, by the way, is very similar to, I would say nothing. Here, the stock we're launching next week, you're basically getting it for free because it's trading at like book value. In other words, they have more cash on hand than the market cap, or very close. So the liquidation value of that business is like you're getting it for free. I like these situations. It's what I call a built-in profit. If you're buying a stock which is below the cash in the bank, it's free basically. So next week is we got the new stock launching. Somebody's asking about Ciata, CHI. No, we haven't worked with them since July. Our contract ended in July. We may do something with them in the future. I don't know. Who knows? But they haven't reached out. We have nothing going on with them. I have no idea what's going on. We did an update with the CEO, and that's it. Yeah, we're taking a break from the WAP thing for now. So we're doing it free. That's right. We're going to do it free. The launch next week. I'm just going to throw it out there. I think, I think it was better. I think we got better runs when it was before we had the group. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see. We're going to try next week. We'll see what happens. We're doing an experiment. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so we're trading at 242. We got it's 138 right now. By the way, guys, I highly suggest if you're watching on TikTok or if you're watching on X, wherever you're watching on YouTube, check out our YouTube video, The Factory Tour with the CEO. Click the link above in the bio to see the factory tour with the CEO. Why is it important? Because you need to see what you own. Okay, if you're looking at the stock, basically you're a partner in the business. That's really what you are. Okay, you're a partner in a business. Know what you own. Okay, when you buy the stock, you're a partner in the business, and you got to know, what you're getting for your money. And when you see this, you're going to see massive sales. I mean, look, literally, you see the packages, you see the FedEx truck being loaded up with orders. There's that truck has got a couple $100 grand worth of product in there, and they're sending out multiple trucks a day. So, you can see. I mean, they're doing what, 5 million revenues a month right now? Sorry, let me back up. No, they're doing about, I think they're doing about 2 million a month right now. They're doing 2 million a month. The goal is to hit 5 million, then 10 million. But they're doing 2 million, which means 2 million a month translates roughly into, let's call it 100 grand a day. So it's 100 grand a day, 100, which is about 150 of those products, roughly. And you could see that. You basically could see that. I mean, in the video yesterday, you're seeing, like, it wasn't staged. It wasn't planned, believe me. You could see the orders going out. If you kind of eyeball it, you can see that, the trucks filled up with probably, I don't know, they got like 50 in there. They got multiple trucks. That's a FedEx. They send stuff out by UPS, other stuff. So yeah, next week we're launching the new banger. It's probably going to come out on Wednesday. Guys, mark down Wednesday on your list. You don't want to miss out. You do not want to miss out. This new stock, we got a beautiful setup. Again, trading below book value, and it's under $1. That's right. Next week we got a new stock, and it's well under $1, like by a lot. I mean, by a lot. So this thing could absolutely go to the moon. Let's see here. Okay. Here we go. Okay. All right. One second, guys. One second. Okay. All right. So, Worksport, WKSP. Beautiful setup. Let me show you actually what I'm looking at on the 30-minute charts. I'm going to show you here on TikTok. Let me see if I can draw this out. For whatever reason, I can't show this on YouTube because I don't know. But I'm going to show you this on TikTok. Okay, guys, check this out. So this is Worksport right here. 30-minute charts. We got a double bottom formation happening. We got a breakout above the 200 moving average. We got a breakout above the 200 moving average right there. That's a beautiful, beautiful setup. This is a major buy signal. And we're going to have a golden cross, meaning the red line here, that's the 50, is going to go above the 200 next week. What day? I don't know what day. Maybe Wednesday. I think it's probably going to be Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, depending on the current trajectory. I would say late Tuesday afternoon, early Wednesday morning. The question is, where do we close today? Anybody want to make a bet on where we close with WorkSport? I don't know. I think we could, it's either way because there's no liquidity today. It's very, very thin trading. We could close at 230 or we can close at 250. I mean, honestly, it's like a 50-50 bet. Next week, I'm absolutely certain we're going higher next week to $3 and beyond. Now, why do I think that this thing could be a $50 stock? Okay, why do I believe WorkSport could be a $50 stock? Very, very simply. Their revenues are exploding. This is what you want. You want a stock. Again, if you read my book, 10-Bagger Blueprint, you want a company where the revenue growth is exploding. Their revenues basically went from very little. They're at a $20 million run rate right now. They're going to hit 40 million next year. They're going to do 40 million. That's what their goal is. And it looks like they're on track. So if you do 40 million, right? 40 million. And by the way, I think they're going to exit at a 100 million run rate, meaning like they're going to have an $8 million month next November. The market values that at roughly 5x revenues, right? 5x multiple. You do, it's simple math. 5 times, what's 5 times, 5 times 4, let's say they're doing, 100 million run rate, right? 500 million. Divide by 10 million shares outstanding, right? They have 8 million. They're probably going to have 10 million by then. So 500, it's, $100 million run rate, 5x multiple, 500 million valuation, divide by 10 million shares, $50 stock price, potentially. Now, you got to discount it. Because you can't assume it's going to be it's not going to be perfect. May go higher, may go lower. It might only be a $20 stock, maybe a $100 stock. I don't know. But we do know that the market loves speed. The market loves velocity. The market pays for speed. Okay, so when we have this thing trading, when we have this thing doing $5 million a month, that's $50 million run rate. That will be a $250 million valuation, which means $25 a share. If they do 10 million a month, it's 100 million. It's $50 a share. So we're looking at $25 to $50 stock potentially in the next 12 months. Hang on one second here. Let's see, bio. Let's see. What do we got going on here? Okay. Just looking at a new stock real quick. We're looking at this new stock. Yeah, it's looking good here. Okay. All right, guys, that is what is happening. So, all right, we're gonna log off because we got to get ready for a couple of big things. But I think actually WorkSport is I think we're gonna have a good close. Let's see. I'm looking at the 5-minute charts. There's not a lot of trading. There's not a lot of liquidity where you can really tell. You got some. So the best one I'm looking at is the 15 and 30s. Those are looking strong. Those are looking real strong. So we could see, I think we could see 250. But again, 260, 275, those are the next levels for a breakout. All right, guys, that's what's going on. I just wanted to give you a quick update. So launch day, again, next week. We've got a new banger launching next week. Put Wednesday on your watch list. Here's to your 100X. How do I log out? There we go. Okay. Are we done with TikTok? There we go. Okay. All right, guys. YouTube, Twitter or whatever. See you next week, or maybe Friday. Maybe Friday. Have a great Thanksgiving.